Welcome to the B Team Podcast. I am your host, Josh Safran, with my co-host,
Matt Mars,
and our permanent guest,
Rob Nelson.
We're here every week to talk to you about all things Bentonville, bourbon, and business. The B Team Podcast. Be here. Welcome to the B Team Podcast. I'm your host, Josh Safran, with our co-host,
Matt Mars,
and our permanent guest.
Not here.
Well, Dillon, he's here.
You're right.
He just said, I don't really like Dillon, so I'm going to step out and not be in the podcast.
That makes more sense.
But like, he's in the building.
Yeah.
It's like Elvis has not left the building. He's here.
Yeah.
But
we know he won't go far. I mean, he left his glass and
he'll be
a
back.
drink.
But we're about to talk about season 3, and he may not make the cut. But this is a perfect example when we're having the contract negotiations.
Yeah.
Because we said we're filming 3 episodes today, and he put a call in the middle of the second episode. And he's like, Josh, I'm very busy. I'm a businessman. I'm like, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Come on. Unacceptable.
Yeah.
Unacceptable.
Well, I mean, more
Blantons
better for us. Yeah, we don't even tell him about this.
There's more Blantons for us.
Yeah.
Well, he's going to also come and be like, hey, can I take the Blantons home with me? Like, no, you can't take it home with you. 1, because you can't, but 2, you've offended Dillon.
I mean, you can come over to my house and hang out and have some more if you want. But
Yeah.
smoke some cigars, whatever. Yeah.
I love that.
I mean, Dillon, I already see a second. We're going to have to have 2 podcasts with him with the
So here's my dilemma, because I wasn't going to come
Okay.
empty-handed.
Okay.
Okay.
Which, again, shout out for bringing stuff.
Yeah.
Kudos for me, I guess. So I was going to bring something that was very special, but it in the title, it's obviously bourbon. And I was like,
What were
it's
you
not
gonna
quite
bring?
bourbon. Well, I was this close to just bringing the 4 glasses and bringing the Louis XIII just to sip on it and try. Because
Yeah.
if you're gonna have
you had that
I've
before?
never tried it.
oh, it's so good.
That's a scotch?
It's a cognac.
It's a cognac.
Yeah, it's a cognac. It's like a minimum of like 100 years old. It's delicious.
Well, it feels like we'll do that.
I mean,
at some
next
point.
time
Yeah.
we'll do
Down
that.
an open door with your chair.
So, like, I'm going to wait.
Hang
I
on.
can't bring outside alcohol into there.
Just tell Brian I'm bringing in some stuff.
Yeah.
That's one that you just do it at the house.
Yeah.
We'll just break it out at the house
Yeah.
and sip on it and have a good time. So
That is cool. Like, that's one of those things that you don't get to try.
But if it's something that you haven't had, I mean, you've tried quite a few things.
No, I've thought about it. I mean, I've wanted to, but it's rare that you even see
Should we
it.
send Dillon
Yes.
home and have him come back? Bobby may
I
be
don't
ready to
know.
film by then.
I don't know that far. It wouldn't take me that long.
Yeah, we're not going to tell Rob about that or Bobby.
Well, we're here every Thursday for all things business, Bentonville, and bourbon, and we have a really cool guest today. When I asked Dillon, I'm like, Dillon, what do you what do you do? I got this whole I do this, which is obviously super cool. Like, you're into home building and construction. I own a barbershop. I didn't know all these cool things about you. We're going to learn a lot of stuff today about you, because I've known you from restaurants and I've known you from your wife. Shout out to Amy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She'll be here in a few weeks.
But I didn't know all these cool things you do. So we're going to really get to know you a little bit on the podcast today.
Yeah, I'm ready.
But thank you for the Blantons, which
Yeah, I mean, we should probably start out and just do a tester.
I was waiting for you to open it up.
I was wondering which one of you was going to do it, because if you weren't, I was going to go ahead and just dig in,
I'm going to pour myself some to begin with.
Which, again, is typical for Matt.
Yeah.
I mean, I've already had 2 cigars today, but this is the first pour. That's the only thing that's missing is the cigars right now.
That's right.
That would be it.
Cheers.
Yeah, cheers, you guys.
In a while.
That's so good.
So good. It's always good.
Yeah, it smells so good.
It's just so smooth.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody was hot for this for a while, and the pricing went way up, and the secondary went up.
Yep.
And so I haven't drank it, and then it's like, when you taste it, you go, it's good.
It's really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan. A lot of people don't know, though, that so Buffalo Trace makes it, but Buffalo Trace doesn't own Blantons.
Oh, I didn't know
It's
that.
an international Japanese company.
Huh.
They own a lot of scotches and stuff, but they actually own Blantons.
Okay.
Buffalo Trace just distills it.
Does it?
Makes
Okay.
Yeah.
And this bottle now is about $80, $90 at retail? I mean, the pricing has gone so quickly.
I think the last time I bought a bottle was like $120. Yeah.
That was retail?
That was retail.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's expensive.
But pre-COVID, it wasn't, I mean, it was
Yeah, you could find them for
60,
Yeah.
70
I'd
bucks.
say 60, 70 bucks is
Probably.
pretty normal, beforehand. But that also is
Years and years.
construction
Yeah.
costs too, I mean.
Yeah, exactly. Real estate.
Everything has gone up.
Groceries.
I mean.
Yeah.
All right, Dylan, we're going to start with, and I picked a couple of the things that you do, and we're not going to cover them all because we only have 50 minutes or so.
Yeah.
So Kingston Investment Group, had no idea that you did this. This is interesting for you. real estate investment company focused on commercial properties, office, and retail. So that's your company?
Yeah.
All right. So
Yep. Yeah. So we got into that in like 2019, which was good because it was right before the pandemic. So we were able to buy really. I mean, it was like the perfect time to buy. But we got into it, and we've thought about residential and all that, but commercial is just where it's at for what we aim to do. And we've been doing that ever since. So we got commercial properties kind of a little bit of everywhere. And mostly retail office space stuff.
Are you only in Northwest Arkansas?
Yeah. For now.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not opposed to going to other states. It's about the deals, right? So whenever the deal makes sense.
And is it you, or do you have partners, or?
It's just me and the wife. Yeah. We're a package deal when it comes to business, man. We're a team all the way. So yeah, it's just the wife and I, and other things I'm sure we'll get into, but I'm not a big fan of just parking my money in a bank and letting them loan off of it and then make all the money.
And
so
at 0.00 nothing interest rate.
Right. Yeah. So I'd rather keep a little bit in the bank just to make sure I'm comfortable and my bills are paid, but the rest of it I'd rather sling into real estate or
you're the same way,
starting a business or something. Do something to get a return.
Well, but you're the same thing we do. Like you're buying, flipping. I mean, you're more on the home building and personal side. You're not doing a lot of commercial.
No, we don't do a lot of commercial. I mean, I would like to, but I haven't up to now. We've done a few, but not many.
We don't do any, we've never, we started in 2019. We've never done any flips. We've always just buy and hold. Yeah. Most everything that we do that we'll get into, we either own it or we're partners in it. And so it's not like you have a big company that you work for that's giving you 401ks and stuff like that. So for us, the real estate part was that was our safety net for retirement. That's building wealth as it continues. It's going to keep inflating in price. So that's our okay, 50, let's sell it, retire, and we're out of here.
Or keep it and have monthly income. And
right now we're looking at giving it another 10 year. We've got a nice little 10-year plan for the wife and I, and we're gonna hold everything we have, continue to buy through that, and then we're probably just gonna dump it all and shove it into some REITs. Get maybe 6-7% on a REIT and go sit on a beach somewhere and drink Blantons.
Well, and that's what's for me going through the whole 08 mess. I'm a big fan of real estate just because you can touch it and feel it, and it's real. Whereas a lot of people put all of their money, and everyone can do what they want, but they put it into the stock market or the stock market or crypto, where you're buying air that you have zero control of.
Right.
They can tell me that none of my real estate's worth anything, but I still have it all.
Right.
So that's why I'm a huge fan of real estate for an investment.
I kind of agree with you.
Yeah.
I do have a little bit of crypto flying around just because it's almost it's fun, and it's almost like the casino, right? It's I'll throw some in this, but if it hits really good, cool. If it tanks, whatever. It was a gamble. I don't really care.
But for 19, and you've been doing it a long time, you guys had everything before everything just skyrocketed. I mean, you guys got in at the right time.
Yeah, we got in. Like I said, we got in 19. We bought. In 19, I think we bought 3 different buildings in 19, and then from 19 till now, I mean, they've almost tripled in value, which is just crazy.
Fayetteville, Bentonville, Rogers, where the
Springdale area.
Springdale, okay.
Yeah, right on 412.
So you're the landlord.
Yeah, I'm a landlord.
Hey, the water's not working, or the heat's out, or you get the phone call.
I get the phone call.
How do you like those calls?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like we take pretty good care of our, of our buildings. So I don't really get a whole lot of calls like that. I mean, we had a call last year that an AC unit went out, which we were kind of knew is coming anyway. So, we'll get into the other business, but construction wise, you just call up your boy and be like, hey, go put
the ones that bother me. The ones that bother me with the landlord, and they do a terrible job. I love your feedback, and my landlord, if he's watching, I'm sorry. The ice and snow removal, we do a terrible job.
Really?
It's because it doesn't happen all that often, and then when it happens, they don't get out, and then the customer's like, I'm slipping on the ice on the sidewalk here. I'm like, can you guys come out and take care of this?
So that's kind of tricky in a couple ways, and you probably know that's a tricky thing on the sidewalk thing. That's liability everywhere.
Yeah,
because it depends on who touches it, right? But I don't know. I have like 3 good contacts, and when it does snow, I mean, I call him up. He's out there the next day. We remove all the snow and everything else off of the, take everything to the back property, and clear at least the spaces where, those tenants' clients can get to them, But yeah, the ice on the sidewalk, that's that's kind of
it's a gray area. Who owns the sidewalk?
Yeah, it's kind of gray. I mean, I guess technically the landlord would own it, but if you go out there and you actually like try to clean it up and you don't, someone falls, then it's on you.
So that's what happened this year. Our team was out putting down the salt, the ice melt, and we didn't use the right one. We used a commercial one, and like the landlord lost their mind. They're like, "How you can't do this?" And it's now you're going to ruin the sidewalk. I'm like, I just need somebody to fix the shit. I don't want people falling down. But yeah, they were not happy with us.
Maybe we need to find a building and lease it to Josh.
I love finding buildings that already has a pre-built-in tenant. I mean, I mean, yes, absolutely. We have so one of the properties in Springdale, we're looking at like adding onto it, and really, I mean, the main reason why we're even looking at adding onto it is because the tenant who's in there right now is like, yeah, if you build it, I'll take it. And it was like, okay, well, let me mock the lease of what it would look like, because all I'm going to do is walk back into the bank and be like, here's the extended lease, give me a construction, let's go build it. That's just easy. Simple.
All right. Thing number 2 that you do, again, I didn't know any of this stuff, and I've known you for probably 5 or 6 years.
Yeah, probably.
Property improvements. A construction company, we're tied to 30 plus years experience. What we do, residential and commercial projects, remodels and new builds, tenant improvement build outs, et cetera, et cetera. So again, I didn't know you do any of this stuff. Super cool.
So Property Improvements is a construction company that my dad actually started. And so like I grew up with him, building, and that's how I got kind of into like the school. Like, so I went to I did school for architecture because I grew up with my dad in construction. So I kind of, had to pack lumber as a kid, and all the fun stuff.
I had to do that.
All the fun stuff when you're in construction.
Pick up trash. That was how my dad would be like, clean up this job site.
All the things you have to do labor-wise when you don't have any skills.
Yeah, exactly.
We always got...
you're like, I need to up my skill level because I don't want to pick up trash anymore.
We guys got the nickname of the pack mule. Yeah, it was like, they dropped all the lumber in the front yard, pack it to the back, Great. So that's always fun on a 90-degree summer day. But he started that, and he's been doing it ever since. And so I went to school, did architecture, and so that was kind of my way to get out from actually having to swing a hammer. And then when I graduated, I was right in that 08, 09. So that all went to, there was no firms hiring. No one was doing anything. But he's continued to do the construction. And now that I've gotten to a place where we've kind of been able to come back. So now I help him on that side. So we have everything. We do concrete. We have jobs, concrete guys are out there pouring all the Amazon warehouses and everything. So, everything from a little TI from like a little boutique all the way up to new construction. I'm not trying to compete with Nabolts out there, but
there's so much work. Like people ask me, they'll be like, aren't you mad if like we've had some of our subcontractors have started contracting too, and they're like, aren't you mad they're starting to do that? And I'm like, there's more work than all of us can do. And it's
in this area specifically, right? I mean, this area is just, you can't keep up.
No,
dude, there's too many people moving in,
and if you do a good job,
too many.
You're fine, and it's.
So I had to learn that as a kid. So my dad has always been like the guy that would like overbuild, meaning like he's not gonna skip any steps, right? That's just not happening. But like if it's a building thing, like he'll put like more 2x or something like that, and I'm like, Dad, it's fine. Why are we adding all this, right? And now that I'm older, I'm like. Because all those jobs we never had to go back. And it was like, that extra 2x4 really didn't cost that much when you look 15 years down the road and you didn't have to go back to fix anything. Okay, all right.
Smart.
I was like,
Dads are smart.
Oh, they are. Like my brother and I'll never forget, like when we first started doing it down here, we'd look back and we're like, we were the can-do boys. Like anything, we'd be like, oh yeah, we can do that. And my dad would be like, nope, we're not doing it. And now we're like, okay, now I understand why Dad was like that. So
yeah, as a kid, I was like, let's take everything, let's go. Especially like early in college, because you want to, I don't know, in that young mindset, you think you can just take over the whole area. Yeah, now looking back, it's like, wow, that was a horrible idea.
But at the time, you're chasing everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to find your
no.
place, and that's how we find our place a lot of times.
It is still hard to say no.
Yeah, it is.
But now you understand the reasons to say no.
Well, I don't know how your wife is, but like my wife always tells me, she's like, I'm the only person that you say no to, like everyone else, and then you complain you're so busy.
Well, you say no to me quite a bit.
Well,
Matt, can you bring good bourbon to the podcast? No, I can't. I'll bring dry fly. You know,
bring some early times.
Yeah. Well, that would have been a step up.
I was like, fortunately, the early times for the price is actually pretty good.
I actually like early
it's
times.
I do too.
Yeah.
Everyone's it's $19. I'm like, and?
Yeah, it's delicious.
Yes.
Yeah. I think that comes out of Buffalo Trace too.
I think it does.
If I'm my mind's
it's one of the main guys, but I don't know who that one's out of.
That's great. It's when you walk into Guess Who and they have a stack of it there, like $19. I'll take a case.
I buy a case.
For $19.
Yeah, buy a case.
You can't go wrong.
I know, it's very good.
Like I typically just like drink my bourbon like neat or on a rock, right? But if I'm making like old fashions,
perfect,
or Manhattans or something like that, early times is perfect.
Yeah,
because you're not gonna want to do an old fashioned with Blantons. You can, if you're just trying to like be that guy. You know, you want to flex a little bit, like, oh, I have Blantons. But it doesn't mean anything because you're going to wash it out so bad, you're not going to taste it. What's the point? You know?
The idiots on the national bourbon pages that are doing the flex, like, oh, I'm having my Pappy with Sprite, you know, like, or whatever. You're like, dude.
That's how that guy drank it, though.
Yeah.
Like, he drank his like that.
Yeah. Have you listened to the book or read the book about Julian?
Yeah, he doesn't care.
So he's at a bar one day and he drinks it like with, I think, soda and like a twist of lemon or something.
Yeah, that sounds right.
And someone was sitting next to him. They're like, I can't believe you're going to drink that way. And he's like, that's how I like it. And he's like, and I make it. So he's like, and the guy was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, he's literally like, you drink it how you want, I'll drink it how I want. And that was pretty much his attitude. He did not care at all.
The guy must have felt like such an idiot. You know who I just made fun of? The guy.
The guy. Yeah. I had a buddy of mine, he's a really good buddy, that I was at his wedding, and his dad bought a bottle of bourbon for the wedding. It was like a $3,000 bottle, really nice bottle. And my buddy at the time was not really a bourbon drinker, and he just like half of it bourbon and just dumped Sprite all on top of it. His dad about just fell out of his chair, and I mean for years. Yeah. I mean even now we're like, you want some Sprite? You know, just to poke at him a little bit. You know,
and I think like it's as we get older we get more that way. Because my wife's her dad, we would go over to their house, and he was big at he made steaks and London broil and all this all the time. So I always just to jab him, I'd be like, hey, you got any A1? On this? And he's like, there's no A1 going on any of this. And I didn't want it on there, but I knew it would get him all riled up.
That's the worst when you look at a guy that actually grills or smokes.
Yeah, and I think it's so mad at you.
Steak sauce? Oh,
Matt's the worst thing ever. The ultimate pot stirrer. Matt, you throw him in the mix and he just stirs it up and then he just sits back and watches the fireworks.
I like it. It makes it fun.
When I see blends now, Matt's going to laugh at this story. We were at a bourbon tasting at someone's house, and the guys show up. Everybody brought a bottle. I knew it was
about me.
Yes. Yeah. Everybody brought a bottle. It's like you had to bring a good bottle to drink, and everybody put it on the table.
Yeah.
And it was like old, right? It was like 90s.
So this guy he's standing there, and he's talking about his bottle. He goes, this is a 1991 Blends. I found it on the secondary market. I had to split the price with a buddy of mine because, and going on and on and on and on. So drunk Matt goes, huh? So he lifts it up and the whole cork explodes into the bottle.
No.
The guy's face, it was as if he elbow smashed the baby in the teeth. And the guy was like, and Matt was like,
that's so not good.
So when I see the Blends, and every time I see it, I think of Matt and how horrible he made this guy feel. And you saw him recently.
Well, I told you I saw him recently, and I was like, hey, I'm not opening any of your bottles ever again. he was like, I wanted to be mad at you so bad, but with what you brought, I couldn't.
Like a really good wine. I've done the same thing. Go to cork it, half of it breaks off, the other half goes.
I know.
And everyone looks at it like you're an asshole.
Yeah.
Like, it's not my fault. What do you want me to do?
But it sinks as slow as the Titanic. You have to watch it. You know, you're just like,
it's
going down. There's no door to catch it. It's just going. It's just All the way to the deep end, man.
And then it's like, you're the a-hole. Everyone's like, you got a
yeah.
screen so we can fix the
Put
mess.
the mess right. Everybody goes, where's the strainer? Everybody have a strainer. Somebody's dying. Strainer.
Next time I go over there, I should just bring him a strainer. Be like, hey, just put that in the drawer. Just in
So that's
case.
every time I see
Bring
Blanton.
like the roll of screens, stamp them out the right size so you can put it onto the board.
Exactly.
So every time I see Blanton's now, I think about Matt and his fantastic move with the 1991 blends.
Yeah. That was a fun night. May have
So
left my
it
phone
is
there.
Bentonville and bourbon, right?
Yes.
And since
Yeah.
we're talking about Blanton's,
Yeah.
so in the 80s there was just whiskey. Blanton's was the first brand that came out that actually like dubbed it like bourbon. If you didn't know,
Really?
I didn't know that.
I
It was like
didn't know that.
early 80s, I think. They're like the original like whiskey make guys that came out and said this is bourbon.
He could be our Russ when Russ isn't
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
We have an OG.
I mean, we
guy
did have a
come up.
restaurant that we like specifically had a lot of whiskey.
Yes.
Whiskey was kind of my thing. That's not like a
Well,
whiskey sommelier over here. But
Well, and I
Whiskey's
love.
fun.
I think the bottle is what's so special about the Blantons too. Like you got the horse and the bomb. Look, what do they call this? Like a.
I'm not sure.
I don't know if they call it like a grenade.
I
or
like
what
it.
they
I
call
like
but
calling
it's-
it a grenade. 'Cause
Yeah, but it's like it's just one of those bottles that when you see it, you know that
you
it's
know it's
Blanton's.
them.
You don't even need to see. You don't need to read it.
Well, everybody's chasing.
Have you collected all the?
Yeah, do you have the L or the
heads?
No,
I think I've seen like 2 letters.
yeah, I don't have them all. This one's
I think it's an N.
that's an N.
Yeah. And I think I don't remember what letter it is, but there's one letter that they make 2 different styles. I can't remember what letter it is, but one of them is styled a little bit.
Well, one
different.
of there's two N's. Right, there's two
there's
N's.
two N's.
BLANTON.
I
No.
don't think it's the N. No, it's one of the other ones. Like on the bottle, like you can like if you compare them, like they're totally different.
Huh.
That's been like a big collector
I'll
thing.
have to
is have
chat
both.
GPT that one, Matthew.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't
Here
know.
for you for your AI experience.
yeah. I don't even know how to do that. but-
I assumed as much, so I lobbed it out there. He's like, Chad, who?
What is that?
I'm really big in AI, so like
It's amazing.
I love it. We use it like I use it literally daily. I mean daily.
Well, and I didn't ever realize. I know we're way off talking about you, but like
That's okay.
we were in Nashville, and this buddy of mine, he lives here, but we see him in Nashville more because we go for these holiday shows all the time, and he has the best memes always.
Okay.
And I'm like, how do you make those? And he's like, oh, my chat
Oh, yeah.
GPT plus
Yeah,
or whatever.
yeah.
And he's like, let me take a picture of you. And then he's like, I just tell it to do this. And it like, and then he's like, Matt, like for your work, you can sketch out what you kind of want and take a picture and ask it
Yep.
how it would be best laid out. He's like, it'll show you the whole thing.
Dude,
like,
I have AI software that we use for like the remodels and stuff like that. I can
Yeah,
literally walk in.
it's
I can
nuts.
literally walk into your house, do a 3D scan, and then be like, okay, so what kind of style you're looking for? Put all that stuff information into it, and it will render out what the remodel could look like. And you can change the colors, you can change the backdrops,
Insane.
all of it.
Yeah.
And it's that fast.
and it's like Clint was saying, with Southern Trend.
Yeah.
He was like, it's a lot of people don't like it, but he goes, it weeds out so many mock-ups to where then you can what they want, and then you can refine it from there.
That's one of the big things of how we use it all the time is just it's almost like just R&D,
Yeah,
right? It's like I can send you a 20 questionnaire to figure out what you want, or I can just send you like 6 different renditions, and you kind of tell me what you like, what you don't like about them, and then we have a pretty good idea of what you're looking for.
It's amazing.
But we use it that in everything. We use it in the construction stuff. We use it with like the web development. I use it in there daily, just for.
you could start using that in gins.
Yeah.
Like, how do you want your hair, Matt?
Oh yeah, Matt.
They'd be like, well, you don't have any hair, so we can't do.
Dude,
yours.
I have software that I can take a picture of you, and it will literally just like animate whatever I tell it to animate.
We should probably try that.
And I can give it prompts to change attributes of the photo. So like you can literally take a photo of like your client and be like, give him a mohawk, and he would be like, done, like in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
I love that.
Have you like preloaded like the haircuts? Like here's what's trending. See what you could look like.
Here's you with a mullet.
That would be,
See,
yeah, right.
It's an option for
like
you guys.
Dude, my kid is rocking the best mullet ever. It's insane.
It's
How old's
coming
your
back, I think.
He's 5.
Oh,
He looks like a college baseball player right now. He's got like the short spiky up here, and it's like down to his shoulder in the back.
that long on a 5-year-old?
Oh yeah,
It's like,
he wears
like
like his
eastbound
flat bill
down.
hat, and he has like the razor glasses with it. Like he looks like he's playing ball. It's hilarious. Yeah, He's a crazy kid.
Let's move to the third thing with.
Yeah, okay.
No, only
we're off Josh's program.
No, but it was cool because I want to spend some time on Amy and you and the work you're doing, the TV show, the family, all those things. So, I mean, that's probably what you're most known for publicly. All this other stuff is what you're most known for behind the scenes and what's driving a lot of your business. But I'd love to talk a little bit about that, and everybody's going to want to know who you have Dillon on, and Dillon's Amy's husband, and what's going on with the show and the family, and what are you guys doing with books and TV series and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's definitely more public facing.
Yep.
We keep this other stuff kind of more private, but right now the wife, she's got her memoir coming out. It'll be in October.
Do you have a name you could share?
Holy Disruptor is the name of the book.
Okay.
It is available for pre-order already.
Sorry, let's back up. In case the 4 people of the thousands that we have that don't know your wife and the TV show and the history, give us just a background quick.
Yeah, so my wife, Amy, is cousins of the Duggar family. So she was I guess, not on the show like consistently, but she appeared on a lot of different episodes, I think like 14 seasons worth. Mm-hmm. And so we got married. There's a whole other story behind that. I got her out of a contract. I said, we're done with this. And then we moved on. And then since then, we've done Marriage Boot Camp, reality TV stars. We did that show. We've done a couple different, TLC and Discovery Network has done a couple different shows with us. And then fast forward more recently, we're on season 1 of Shiny Happy People, which is an Amazon documentary. And then season 2 just came out, and we were the transition kind of host from 1 to 2. So that just launched, and now we've been the last 8-9 months. She's been working on a book, and the book is about her life, or about the Duggars, or a combination of all the above. So the book is a memoir, and so it is everything from like her childhood to present. Okay. So there's a little stuff in there about her extended family, obviously, just because it's a part of her life. So there's a section about you, of course. There's a section of me, yeah. There's briefly of how her and I met, which is kind of fun. I was like, you should have shared a lot more. That would have been a lot more fun. But no, dude, it's a roller coaster book. I mean, she goes into her dad was abusive as a child, and most people know her from what the show kind of made her out to look like. Kind of like, I mean, it's kind of us together as a couple too. Like the media they throw out whatever they're going to throw out to get clickbait, and people just form their opinion without ever knowing. So with that, she with the memoir, she's going to come out and take you all the way back to the beginning and how she even got on the show, things that happened in that environment, and now we talk a lot about like boundaries, toxic family, just getting yourself in a healthier mental state. Yeah. And some of that does have to do with her extended family because it's just part of her life. So some of that's in there. Yeah. But it's a deep book.
Probably therapeutic for her just to do the book.
Very, very. It probably took
and you might have been in trouble a few times when you came up and you didn't know why.
There was definitely a few nights where we had a little too much bourbon because I think she spent about 7 months writing it. And she's actually really, really good about like being able to put herself back in that time frame, like emotionally. So there was days I come home and she was like writing like those harder chapters, and I come home and she's just mentally done.
Yeah.
Did you walked in, you're like, oh, I better take it easy tonight?
You could tell as soon as I walked in, I'm like, ooh, what chapter were you writing?
yeah.
I can see how this night's going to go.
This is the day on the couch for me.
Yeah, right. And I was like, I got the kid. Just go pour a bath and just relax, But yeah, I don't know. It's fun. We've never done a book, so it's been a fun ride. We got all the PR and all that stuff, so we got all the other podcasts that we're going to be going on. So a lot of traveling between now and the end of the year.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And when will it come out?
It'll be officially out second week of October.
Okay.
Pre-order is already out, so we have it everywhere. It's in Walmart, Barnes and Noble.
Should you do a book signing local? Anything here locally?
I don't know if we'll do anything local. So, like with like her demographic as far as like our following, like everything's like New York, California, and Texas.
Interesting. Why is that?
Beats me. I don't know.
Interesting.
I mean, all we know is like you pull the data and look. I mean, we know that's where the people are.
But you'd think some Arkansas, and
I mean there is. Don't get me wrong. I'm
But
just saying.
probably
I'm
just
just
like
saying.
the
Like I'm just saying. Your
The
mass,
masses,
the mass demographic is
That makes sense.
pretty.
yep,
You
more
know,
people.
it's
in the
between
area.
Texas. I mean, a lot of people from Texas, which is good. That's like 5 hours. So that's not
Yeah.
bad. But I mean, we've had even when like we had I didn't even put it on the list, but like we owned a women's clothing boutique for like 6 years, and
Is it that long?
yeah.
It was right across from Blakeman's.
Well, that's but we were in Springdale, right across from, like the Smoothie King's at
Yep.
412.
Yep.
We had a spot
Right by
there.
where the old Wellingtons was.
Yeah. We had a spot there for 4.5 years before we ever came to Pinnacle.
I loved it up here at Pinnacle. I mean,
It was good, man. We just got to the point, like, and I had somebody ask us the other day about just businesses in general, and like we just got to the point where it was like we either have to like hire a heck of a lot more people, and focus on the online because that's where the growth was happening. Like, there's only so many women within this area to feed a store.
Yeah.
You're only gonna get as big as that will out. So the focus was online, and that came with like we had a warehouse, we had pick packers doing our thing, and that's about the same time that we had our kid. And Amy was just like, I would rather stay home with the kid, and I'd rather focus on other projects like the Amazon thing or the book. And she goes, I think that's better where my time should be. And so I was like, I don't care. This has always been your thing. So if you want to shut it down, close it. I don't care. So we just closed it all off.
what I liked about that, so, I mean, your wife is known in the community. I mean, she's got how many million Instagram followers? A big number.
We have like 700,000 that follow us.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, big number.
Yeah.
And we would walk in there, and I knew Dillon. I knew you. I didn't know your wife.
Right.
And you were in there one day and introduced me to your wife, and I'm like, oh, that's Amy from blah, 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 blah. And my kids came in, and she was so nice to the kids. Like, you want to try that? And my kids, like, and you have only girls as well. Like, they're hard to shop for. It's like, I want to buy this, and I want to buy that, and all this. I was like, oh, this is great, a local shop. And she was so sweet to the kids.
She's like that all the time, man.
Yeah.
That's just her.
Yeah.
That's just her
Did
nature.
Josh
Now,
buy
don't get her on the
anything?
bad side.
Yes,
Did he buy anything though?
I did.
Yeah.
Of course I did. I put it on your tab, but
Yeah,
I bought some stuff.
Oh,
But to your point, there's people know what, and you have the same issue as well with you and Dave. Like, people know the celeb persona, right? Like, and it's like the real person. It's just hard. And I imagine with you guys out in town, I'm sure that she's approached every time you go to a restaurant. People always want to come up and say hi.
Yeah, if we go to dinner, it's expected. Someone's going to come up and say, "Are you?" Yes, and then they're going to ask, however many questions. I mean, I couldn't imagine being like a Brad Pitt or something. But that's just it would just. I understand why they make compounds for themselves because like we're peanuts. But people come up to us all the time. But
here, we don't have pro teams, and we don't have it's not like your family. You guys I was out with you and Dave for dinner one night, and people stopped over to talk to Dave and Jenny. And I'm like, this has got to be exhausting. Now it's part of the celeb and the fame and everything else, but
it goes with it.
At some point, though, you were trying to have dinner with your child, and I would imagine people are nice and kind. Most times.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's ever approached us to hate. Most of that's online. Most of the hate is always online because they can hide behind the screen and type what they want to type, But yeah, most people who, and especially like if you're going to take effort to like come up and say hi to someone, most time it's for a positive
genuine.
reason. I mean, they're there just to say hey. They just want to talk to somebody, and that's cool. But it's kind of the territory. You smile and say hey and, chat with them for a little while, and then eventually you're kind of like, my steak's getting cold. I gotta eat.
Take a couple pictures and thank you for stopping over and smiles and everything else.
Yeah. What was wild is like obviously like when Amy and I first like started dating, got married, like I had no TV experience. Like when we met, I didn't even know who her whole family was. I had no idea. So she was very normal.
Because her last name, it was not Duggar, was it? Was it maiden name?
No, it was Duggar.
Oh,
So Jim Bob and Deanna were the only two kids of Mary and that family. And so Deanna didn't get married until Amy was in her 20s. And so you take your mom's name.
Okay.
And so that's how she got the Duggar name was mom had her out of wedlock, and you take the mother's name.
So, but when you met her, her name was Duggar, but you didn't put two and two together. Like, hey, she's.
I didn't even know who the Duggars were.
Yeah,
I had no idea. Yeah. I didn't watch reality TV. I didn't know who they were.
Yep.
So yeah, when we met, it was just a friend of a friend. whatever,
So when did it click for you? Like, oh wow, this is going to be a lot of noise outside of I love this woman and I want her to be my wife.
Yeah, I don't think that really so we were friends for like 6 years before we ever dated, and so I had heard obviously talking to her, we were good friends, so I had heard things about the TV stuff, but I wasn't really involved with it. And then when we started dating, I was just like, whatever, I don't really care.
They were probably like one of the first big reality TV show. Like that, it was a big show.
Dude, it was like, what, 19, 20 seasons or something like that?
Which is unheard of.
Yeah,
it was TLC?
What was it? Yeah, it was on TLC. Yeah, it was really,
yeah.
As far as a show, show-wise, it was super successful.
It also put Arkansas on the map. Like, people didn't, nobody knew this area at all. This was pre anything that's blown up here right now.
Dude, I grew up here. I remember when Pinnacle wasn't even here.
Yeah.
The only thing out here in this area was the subdivision. And everybody was like, God, that's so far out. Why would you want to build out there? You know what I mean? But, really? Yeah. No one even,
Yeah.
Like, when Lowe's was built over on, Old Rogers side, and that's kind of funny to say Old Rogers, but on that side of town, even when that was built, people were like, that's so far from, 62. We have to drive all the way over there.
Yeah.
So, no one, everyone's considered Arkansas still to be redneck hillbilly Arkansas.
And then they come.
Realistically, that's what people from Arkansas. What do you guys do down there? I go hunt squirrels.
Yeah,
there are parts of the state.
There are parts of the state. Yeah. Sure.
But they get here and they're like, okay, I see what drew you to be, to stay here. So.
I've been all over the country, and other than the ocean part of it, you get all 4 seasons here.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes in the same day.
Yeah. Sometimes in the same few hours.
You're an hour's drive from the ocean or the mountains.
Yeah.
We're located in a pretty good spot.
We are. And business-wise, we have enough. We have Walmart and Hunt and everybody else here. We're pretty... We got a nice little bubble, especially going through COVID or anything else.
Yeah.
We don't feel it like the rest of the country.
No.
We just don't. It might slow down.
Yeah.
But we don't have those big, massive, halting stops to business.
But it's not. Nice. It's not the secret of what. It's gotten out there. The amount of people coming here now and the infrastructure is just not ready for what's happening. That's roads and sewerage and all the other stuff. It's a huge.
Even the houses we're talking about before. They say there's 500,000 people moving in by the next 20 years.
Yeah, it's.
I think it's 2040 or 2045 or something like that. They're saying another 500,000 people moving in.
I wouldn't doubt it.
But there's not enough home builders to.
Dude, we can't build enough that fast. No. We can't. That's what I'm saying. Anything that you do, anything in real estate, you might have to sit and hold it for a little while, just because of where interest rates are and the inflation where things are at.
Yeah. But everybody says at some point the housing is going to come down here. I'm like,
I don't think it will.
I don't know. I don't
think it will. I think the best case scenario is people buy now, and even if it breaks even and doesn't cash flow, buy it now. Hopefully, the rumor mill with interest rates. I know Trump's been saying he wants it back down to 1.5% to 2%. I hope he gets it there.
Yeah, I do too. For so many people,
but
because
it's not going to crash the prices.
No, it'll make it stronger.
The only thing good is if you invested it now, and if you have the cash where you can just sit on it and maybe wait another, call it 12 to 24 months, and if those interest rates do come down 2 to 3 points, refinance that thing, and now you're
well, because somebody told me that again, I'm not close to it, but 5.75 is what they closed at the other day. I think that's the current mortgage rates, and they were at 7.5.
Yeah.
I refinanced at 2.75. I don't think we'll see those days anytime soon.
No,
but people
prime rate might get down there.
Yeah,
but I don't think you're going to see the consumer side. I don't think you're going to see a consumer side that low, and that's the other problem right now too with just residential houses in general. Everyone who was buying back then that got 3% or lower.
They're not going to.
They're holding.
Yeah. Of course.
You would
selling.
Be crazy to sell.
Well, they're not selling. If anything, if you have to move or you want something else, buy something else and turn it into a rental.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to get rid of it.
No.
But
it's just too cheap.
But I remember Joe Treese was the guy who did that refi for me. And I'm like, Joe, can we get any lower than 2.75? And I'm laughing now going back. You always want a little bit more. And I'm like, can I get any lower than 2.75?
You always ask.
Of course.
You always ask. If you don't ask, you don't get.
Yeah.
So you got to ask.
No, this is where you're going to end up. I'm like,
our first house we bought in Fayetteville, and it was 7.5%. And my parents were like, Matt, you'll probably never see it lower than that. Just get it. And that was growing up, my parents paid Almost 20%.
Yeah, anywhere from
20%.
It's insane.
Yeah, my dad talks about it. Anywhere from 10 to 20 was normal. like pretty normal.
It's insane.
But also like I don't know, if you look at it from like a margin percentage standpoint, like
yeah, houses
they
were
had
actually
more money back then. As far as that percentage wise.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like $100,000 a year now doesn't go for like if you made $100,000 back in like the 80s and 70s, you lived really good.
Yeah.
$100,000 now, you're like, well, the bills are on. I guess we had one vacation this year.
Well, that's what our.
You know what I mean? I mean, like, really, that's where it's at.
And how quick it's changed. Like we bought our first house in 2000, all brick. 1,500 square foot house in Fayetteville for $76,000.
Yeah, there you go.
And I told Carrie when we bought it, I was like, I don't know how we're ever going to pay for this place. Like it's
right?
$76,000. I mean, it's now
a mortgage in your head.
I wish I could have bought. I couldn't afford it, so it wouldn't have mattered. But I was like, I wish I could have bought 40 of those. Because,
well, that's the funny part. Like when we're talking about like the real estate stuff, like now, everyone's like, oh man, the real estate's so high, and I'm like. Yeah, but let's think back to like our parents buying stuff because I can like my dad's told me so many stories like just drive around here because he was born and raised in City too. He's like, yeah, I had a chance to buy that. I'm like, how much was it? And he'd tell me. And I'm like, oh, why didn't you buy it? And he's like,
didn't have the money.
Well, one, we didn't have the money, and it sounded really expensive back then. So thinking back to those conversations, now like I'm like, man, that sounds high, but then it's like, now in 20 years it won't be high. Like, if you can buy it and let it just break even, hold that sucker.
Yeah.
And going back to what like we were talking about earlier, it's better than your money just sitting in a bank.
Yeah. Well, I remember when Dave came in on the podcast, we were talking about his brother Dave Mars. He was on the podcast early and said something about I had a lot of land downtown. He sold somebody's like I sold it for $100 a square foot because I made a killing on that. Was it now 500, 600 square foot downtown?
We used to get houses.
Houses down.
We used to get houses
$400 a square foot. Now.
No, he said he sold it at 100. He's like, I made a killing on that house.
Yeah, we used to get those old houses down there for $35,000.
That's crazy.
And we were like, it's a lot. And you'd sell it for 80 or 100, and you'd be like, man, we killed it. And now they're
like what
$4 million house.
The average is like what, 215, 220, something like that. Average.
What's the price per square foot downtown?
Yeah, I would say downtown's probably 500.
Yeah, no, just Northwest Arkansas in general. You're still going to pay $220.
I'm in Shadow Valley, and it's like $230, $240 right now, $250, which again wasn't there. Hi, Bobby.
Is he going to join us now?
He's joining us.
No, he's not invited in for the last 3 minutes of the podcast.
Oh, man.
So, Dillon, what else do you want to cover? I mean, we could go for 5 hours with you with everything that you guys got going on, but what's... I
mean, we could go for 5 hours just shooting the crap.
But, man,
I don't know. Like, we got some cool projects. There's just some stuff that, I can't come right out and talk about it at the moment.
I mean, you can announce some stuff on the B Team podcast. Only the three of us will hear it.
Haven't heard that one before. Amy gets that all the time. She's been doing like so many interviews because of the book that's coming out, and people will be like, oh yeah, they'll always question, and she's like, I can't go there. No, we're not going there.
Yeah, but you're also super entrepreneurial. Have you got anything? You got your finger in anything else right now? That any new restaurants, any new businesses, any new projects?
I do have another kind of like private club kind of.
Ooh, tell me. I love those.
There's real estate in talk on where and everything else, but right now it's called the Parlor Club.
Parlor Club?
Parlor Club. But it'll be a straight members only. Like you don't get through the door unless you're a member or a guest of a member.
Bentonville, Rogers, Fayetteville.
Probably Rogers, Pinnacle area. Mm-hmm. And it's gonna be more on the cocktail and cigar side. There's a few things that we've been looking at as kitchen. I can't say who, but there's some restaurants that we're gonna partner with and let them come in, so I don't have to run it.
How big of a place is it gonna be?
Currently, right now, we were looking at one that's about 8,000 square feet.
Oh, it's big.
Yeah,
big.
Patio included. They have the patio.
Limited number of members to keep it very exclusive, or?
Yeah, I mean, we're going to start off with a limited number, because there's just so many people around here that the people who would want to have that type of atmosphere also, they're not here all the time. They're flying out, they're doing business, they're leaving. So in those kind of ideas, it's kind of like, we're going to go. We'd have to start out with so many, see what the frequency looks like, you know, and then maybe go up from there.
We've been talking about this whole speakeasy vibe, this exclusivity, this FOMO. If I can't get in, remember Ben's apartment back in the day?
Yeah.
Like
I had a membership there.
And you've been down, right?
Yeah.
Like those things now are the place down to Callisto.
Yeah.
You know, the new Gents place is going to have sort of a VIP speakeasy vibe when you walk in the walls.
Yeah, I heard you guys did one at the Walmart campus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
So like it's a cool thing right now, and everybody's like, "Ooh, I want to be a part of it because this is a cool place to be, and I want to be part of what Dillon's working on."
So I can tell you what would be my ultimate goal for this whole idea of the Parlor Club would be to find. So you know the Dream Hotel, they announced the Dream Hotel that was going to go in at the old Ruth Chris building. Obviously that fell apart. But what I was wanting to do or trying to do, or if anyone knows of anything, you throw that around. But I would love to find a building kind of like that has like an elevator that would go like down to like the basement area and be able to convert that. So like if it was like a hotel, like your members would get to go in the hotel, they could eat the restaurant that the hotel had, and then they could use their key card to
go to like
down
a penthouse.
Yeah. And then it's just like a full like members club.
Yeah. I mean, this place would kill here. I'm
100%.
It would kill here.
It'd be cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I have
and you could there, so, charge. You could charge a premium, and you still get people paying the premium because there's nothing to compare it to. Like there's nothing around in North. No, so like, all right, you got to price yourself like, well, if it's 2,000, 5,000, whatever the number is to be a member for the year, what does it come with? Be like, well, but it's exclusive, and you could walk in and be like, ooh, look at that, that's this guy, and that's this guy.
My thing would be, and probably to you as well, is like I don't mind paying for somewhere where I can go and eat a steak and people don't come up and say, hey, all right, and or if you walk in and there's like other people, let's say political figures in the area and stuff like that, like you want those people to come in and people not be like, oh,
but that's
look who it is.
But that's what Ben's apartment was.
Like, it just needs to be.
You walked into Ben's apartment and you'd be like, hey, look at that guy, and he's not married to her.
There was a lot of other things happening there, Josh. I know some people.
We had that happen at River Grill with Brenda.
Those little rooms behind the little the fireplace back there.
Oh yeah. Is that place still open?
I have no idea. I haven't been down to like the Dixon area in years.
I haven't either.
Yeah, that place was. I was walking in like, oh god, this is like, ooh, like look, that's the coach. That's this like
right.
And then like, hey, that's not that person's wife. I don't think they're with them here. And it was like, yeah, no big deal. That happens all the time. Like, oh, okay.
That happened all the time up there.
Yeah,
like every day, every weekday, there's people up there doing stuff. I don't know. It was a cool place to hang out.
But I think definitely Northwest Arkansas needs some more. Like, there's no. I think what those places do is they bring, like, mostly guys, us as guys, like back to your childhood, like a fort. It's an exclusive, like, it's just like putting a hidden safe room in a house. Like, there's no guy that looks at that and is like, I want that because it's my own little hidden room that no one knows. Like, it's cool.
Yeah, but you also like, there's a lot of keeping up with the Joneses here. Everybody wants to be like,
and everywhere really, but
here it's like everybody like, ooh, like where's Ben Blakeman gonna be? Ooh, where's Donnie Hubbard gonna be? Ooh, where's Dillon King? Where's Matt Mars gonna be? Ooh, I want to come be in those places also.
Name in there too.
Well, I'm not.
Don't leave yourself.
I'm not quite at that level of you guys, but
no one cares where I
am. Me either.
But what's cool is like you want to go to those places where you're not going to be bothered, right? Where you can just be one of the guys, where everybody's going to come and hang out, and people leave you alone. That's what this place would do. I love the idea.
Well, that and like there's like. Other than like going to like a restaurant and hanging out, there's like nowhere to really go hang out. We don't have any good places that, unless you want to go to a sports bar, which is not my type of place to hang out. But unless you want to go to a sports bar, like we don't really have anywhere that stays open that you can actually just go hang out.
And that's the only way.
In like an upscale kind of a classy way to hang out.
That's the only way you can fund it. Here. Like you would have to have a club because otherwise you can't have people just come be there for nothing. So.
Yeah, I don't know. We've thought about different. There's a whole big concept to it, but we even have like the idea of being able to like close off like the actual bar area and having it where like you could technically you can, but no one's gonna check. But having 24/7 access where you can go into the club, like
thumbprint access, walk in.
Probably more like key cards. That way it's easier just to shut them off and that kind of thing. But yeah, you can just pull like a credit card out of your wallet, scan yourself in it.
Can you imagine if you had 24/7 access, like to show up, like, Carrie, I'm coming home at some point.
Yeah, it's like the.
Well, I mean, at some point the bar has to close, right? Because legal reasons.
Yeah, but it's like the golf thing. Like he said, he has certain surgeons that'll come in at 3 in the morning.
Shout out 20 to scratch. Shout out.
And he's like, they'll go hit balls for an hour.
Yeah, I haven't been there.
And then go home. You know, it's just so it would like it's everyone. You know, we're all different, and our times are all in this day and age. It's not just 8 to 5. Like some people are, they get off at 11, or they get off at midnight, or 2 in the morning, and you're all wound up, and you want to go do something. And there's if somewhere like that, you could go do that.
Well, I mean, even like I was talking to Matt Allen, and even he was like, dude, anything at past 10 p.m. everywhere closes.
Yeah.
Other than like walk-ons. There's nowhere to go.
Tell them this story.
There's nowhere to go.
No.
We were at Wu Zhao, Barry's new restaurant downtown Bentonville. We were there. We had dinner. If you haven't been there, shout out to Wu Zhao. You got to go. It's authentic Chinese place right down the street from Mezzaluna. We're there on Friday night. And he goes, hey, we had 7:30 reservations. He goes, hey, at 9:30, we're closing down. We're having a DJ. I'm like, okay, I'll be home by 11. 3 in the morning. Boom, 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 boom.
Oh, so we leave. We're at the amp at Jason Aldean or someone. And Rob calls me at like 11, and I'm thinking he's already heading home. And he's like, it's just getting going. And we go to, you would not believe how many people were there.
No, I didn't.
Because there's nowhere for anyone to go.
So like
here.
when we did like those DJ nights, like at the restaurant, like in here, dude, we'd have like 220 people show up. I'm not kidding. We did it like once a month. Yeah. I hated it.
Yeah.
It was that, club style. I hate it. It's just not my thing.
Yeah. But it's needed in this area.
You did it once a month. I made myself scarce. I was like, nope, I'm not gonna be there.
But it's a whole different crowd. Where are these people coming from?
A totally different crowd. We started. I think we let the doors, like as far as DJ stuff, maybe softly around like 9, but by 10 o'clock, 10 to 2, 200 something people in that place.
Insane.
Just crammed. It was nuts. It was crazy. But so there's a need for it. I don't think the club is a need that I want to fill.
So I have an ask of you. As you get closer to the parlor, will you come back in and tell us what's going on and share with us? Because we could probably talk for hours and hours, but we're probably coming at time here.
We'll just take their microphone and do it at the parlor.
Yeah.
Ooh, I love that.
Well, we're trying.
That would be cool.
We're trying to get to that. We need to get to that.
Yes.
Cheers, I have a bunch of equipment, so if you want to talk about that.
Dylan, thank you for coming in. Thank you for the blends.
Yep.
Yeah.
Appreciate
we'll
you.
have more.
That was good.
That's delicious.